Welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Galata with Hampton City Schools. I'm so pleased today to be joined by Miss Kara McCord. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Kara is the new principal at Kraft Elementary School. We're very excited that you've taken on that role. So before we talk more about Kraft, let's talk a little bit about you. I know that you grew up in Hampton. Tell us about your schooling, where you went to college, and then the various places that you've been serving as an assistant principal in Hampton before becoming principal at Kraft.
Okay. Born and raised in Hampton, attended Barron Elementary School, then Sims, and a graduate of Kickerton High School. I went to the University of Virginia in Charlottesville for my undergraduate studies, and then received my master's in administration and supervision from Old Dominion University as a member of the HCS ODU cohort program. I'm currently still enrolled at Old Dominion University as I'm working on my doctorate degree. I began teaching in Hampton at Merrimack Elementary, fourth grade teacher. Went to Phillips Elementary and taught fifth grade as well as fourth grade and a math interventionist. I served at Title I schools for them as a math instructional coach, and then received my first appointment as assistant principal at Burbank Elementary. And then I had the opportunity to work at Smith Elementary and Tyler Elementary last year, and I have landed myself as the proud principal at Kraft Elementary for this school year.
So I know it's hard as an AP to go to different schools, but there is there's some really good things that happen with that in terms of the different experiences at different schools. So talk a little bit about that, about how that movement helped prepare you to become a principal.
Absolutely. Well, having the opportunity to work under three different principals provides you the chance to learn three different styles of leadership, and you kind of pick and choose different parts, and together those three kind of help form who I am as a leader. So you see the different styles and you can become your own from that, as well as every school has a different culture. They have different things that are working great for them. And so just being exposed to them and taking things with you everywhere you go, and working with a huge number of people provide you so much, the opportunity to learn so much from everyone.
So now that you're principal at Kraft, tell us what's your favorite thing about being a school principal?
Well, besides the high fives I get every morning when the kids are coming in, just being able to see all of the great things that happen throughout the entire school. I make it a personal goal to go into every classroom every day, to just see, even if it's a quick pop in, just to say good morning. But seeing the things the students are doing and all of the hard work that the teachers are putting into it, and being able to celebrate all the successes, not only with the students, but also with the teachers when the students master something new.
So you've been principal at Kraft a little more than 2 months now, I guess. So tell us, what have you learned about Kraft specifically? Kraft
is an amazing place. Our students come in happy, ready to learn, and try their best every day. The level of parent support is phenomenal. The first day of school, it was almost overwhelming because I've never seen the level of parent involvement that we saw that day. They were all there, supporting their children, walking them to class, telling them have a great day, making sure that they were ready to start their school year off right. And that's continued. And they always say it takes a village to raise a child, and Kraft has a wonderful village working for our students.
That's great, because Kraft is also facing a few obstacles and challenges. So talk to us about walking in as a new principal. What are some of the goals that you and the staff have adopted to aspire to at Kraft?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time at the beginning of the school year during pre-service week prior to students coming back, kind of identifying who we were and what was most important to us. So of course our long-term goal is for Kraft to be fully accredited in all content areas by the end of the school year. And they, do have some struggles in the area of literacy as well as math. But short term, we ask everyone that walks in, whether you're a staff member or a student, to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And just coming in knowing that there's room for improvement for everyone, and you've never reached your full potential. And so give it your best shot and be open to feedback and have that growth mindset to just know that you can always become a better version of yourself.
So you mentioned literacy and math and working toward improving those areas so that you can gain the full accreditation. But what does that focus look like in a classroom at Kraft?
Hampton City Schools curriculum departments have done a great job over the summer rewriting their curriculum with the Understanding by Design template in mind. So just making sure that our teachers are planning collaboratively and utilizing the resources that are aligned and appropriate to the standards outlined by the Virginia Department of Education. And then Dr. Cumberbatch, my assistant principal, and myself are doing frequent walkthroughs during those content areas so we can provide specific feedback to the teachers. But ultimately, it's ensuring that the core instruction is strong, so the students are receiving appropriate resources that are aligned, and then making sure that we take the student data that they're giving us, the information they're giving us, and then making adjustments to your lessons to meet their needs. Small group instruction during math as well as reading. Hoping to close the gap for those that are reading below grade level, hoping to make sure they have their hands on books and we're reading a lot to help close that gap to get them reading on grade level that will benefit them in all content areas.
So if I moved in across the street from Kraft and I had a student who was zoned or were planning to take to Kraft, then what would you tell me as a parent are the great characteristics of Kraft that would make me feel very confident about enrolling my child there?
The staff really cares about the kids, their safety, whether it's physical or emotional, to make sure that they know they're in a place where they're safe and everyone's looking out for their best need. Ensuring that your child is going to receive the instruction they need to be successful. And if you have any concerns, that the door is always open, so you can come and we will work with you. Because like I said earlier, it takes a village. We can't do it alone. So encouraging that partnership with the families to make sure that Kraft is successful.
Great. Well, we are very excited that you were able to come on today and that I know you've worked very hard, and so I'm very proud that you're a principal now. But before we close, is there anything else that you'd like to share about Kraft students or staff, or simply about you?
Yeah, well, I did want to share about some of the partnerships that we've been fortunate enough to either continue this school year or implement for the first time at Kraft. We have a partnership with Bayport Credit Union that allows our students the opportunity to receive financial lessons within their classrooms, as well as once a month they get to bring their money and deposit their money into their own savings account where Bayport representatives come to our school. The Bridge Church of Hampton reached out to us this year, so we are beginning a partnership with them. We're very excited to see how that grows and how they best support the students at Kraft. And then Bethany United Methodist Church, right around the corner from us, on Todd's Lane, came at the beginning of the school year and dropped off an abundance of supplies for our students. So we're so fortunate for the people that are looking out for our little cubs and helping to make sure that we have a great school year.
Well, it's like what you said earlier, it does take a whole village. And one of the things I've been so impressed with in Hampton City Schools is the community collaboration. There really is strong support here for our schools and an understanding of the importance of educating our students in a quality environment.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again for coming on. I wish you the best year ever.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're very excited.
And thank you for watching Wired In. Have a great week.